So guys, welcome. Today we're going to be going through some of the gear that we've been using. Welcome back to the Polaris Adventure. In this week's episode, we have some crazy Dorado action as well as some insights into what gear we've been using on this Atlantic crossing. And for those of you that haven't already, please subscribe to the channel guys. 90% of our viewers are still not subscribed. Let's get into it.
And another one that side!
Here we go, here we go.
Dorado!
Yes, this thing's far up.
Okay, Matt, can you get a tail on here?
I'm gonna feel alive.
You've got two on! I've got one on the rod, yeah? It's all on you, full Dorado, full house. Yeah, buddy. Oh, quick release. That's how we like it. Both off. Both off.
Okay, so the Dorado is one of the ocean's most striking fish. They're actually among one of the fastest growing fish species on the planet and can reach full size in under a year. And when they're alive, their colors are really insane. Electric blues, vivid greens, and flashes of gold that constantly shift and change. So those colors can actually transform in seconds. I've seen it during a fight and when Dorado are actually hunting. And for a lot of sailors around the world, Dorado are actually considered a good omen. The Dorado, in my opinion, is one of the best eating fish out there.
Nice, Matty. We got him on. The male, eh? Yeah, around there. About 1.5 kilos on the side. Putting him back in the water right now. We got a full pack of Dorados. The 4 cousins from Brazil. Yes. And then the 3 cousins now also in Brazil. Yeah, boys.
Dorado!
Guys, you wouldn't believe it. 3 Dorados all on one. Here's one left. Here's one being cut up. Just had some sashimi and the rod went first. And then Gary's good old bungee, that went second. And then the marlin bungee went third. But lekker, hoping for another quick 3 hitter. And then, yeah, we're having skipjack for dinner, skipjack wraps. And we've got Dorado sashimi for starters, and then we'll probably have some peaches and ice cream for dessert. Okay guys, so what's up? So you'll see when we catch Dorado, this is the biggest one of the trips along, Jan's one. They start going blue, from green to blue. Literally as I'm talking, you'll see it transforming into a blue color with all its bright luminescent dots coming out. And then when we put it back in the water, it should turn green again. So that's really something that's quite cool when you catch Dorado, is their change of colors from that green, as you can see on the head there's that sun, to that blue on the body. Look at that contrasting color, just freaking amazing, eh? So we're gonna let it go blue a bit, put him in the water and see if we can get it to go green, hey? I think we can do it now. Immediately. Check it, start going green again. Oh, mold.
So guys, welcome. Today we're going to be going through some of the gear that we've been using. Obviously the first 2 weeks was a little bit slow with the fishing, and then it picked up and we've noticed some trends with the fishing, what works, what doesn't work, what's yet to work. Obviously with the fish have to be there for us to catch them.
Not a lot of fish in the first 2 weeks. Past St. Helena, the fish picked up. Water temperature was better, around 25 and higher. Watercolor has been better, and the sea stayed. And constant same direction wind.
Definitely. And I think one of the most important things to remember here is if you go from shore-based game fishing or deep sea fishing, you normally go patrol a ledge or reef, and we're on a 5,000 meter depth, even more at times. So there's no reefs.
There's nothing here.
So it's like, in a sense, it's almost like you're on safari looking for the fish, and we're in the middle of the Atlantic. You've got to come across these fish to be able to catch them, and they're not just everywhere. Right?
No. We had 2 or 3 days where there were skipjacks literally swimming right next to the boat, and we have tried everything to catch them. One of the ones they actually did go for is the poppers. These were pretty good.
We're good in the Halco one, which we lost.
Unfortunately,
and then this was our go-to. What started all of them was just a scratch spoon or the skipjack. They love this, and they were feeding on pretty much sprat, roughly the same size, same color variation as well. So what happened with those skipjack was we went on first day. We went on, and we got like 3-4. Yeah, we got 3-4 and we lost a couple. Then on the second day, they stayed with the boat. So they were there. They were, the bait fish were coming to the boat, they were feeding off the boat. That's obviously what was happening, right? So they were bouncing off it, and they got accustomed, they got used to us. And we managed to catch one the next morning on the popper, and then after they realized they were being caught, they stopped biting. What have you found on your side? We found the squids are working really well.
Squids are really good, so just a normal pink squid. Put a weight in it, and they work pretty well. And we've got a variety of sizes and shapes and color patterns, a little white and yellow, and then smaller ones, and then there's also a little black one. I haven't actually used these.
No, I haven't tried that.
Haven't tried it. And then the good old popper. We've got 2 left that we're keeping for Brazil. But our biggest fish that we lost was on a popper.
Definitely biggest fish.
That actually snapped.
Other than the marlin.
Yeah, the marlin. Funny enough, marlin. This is our homemade poppers, and it's a basic lid from a 1 liter milk.
Wait, what did you do to that one there?
It's got eyes.
Okay.
Because this one has got eyes. Yeah. You check. So this one here, very basic. We've got a sinker on the inside here. It's a bit stuck, but there's a weight in there to keep it underwater. Hook like a knot, and then we've got the milk in front. And basically what this does is acting like a popper, and when it pops, it creates that bubbles behind. And we actually caught a marlin on this guy, and that marlin was on a hand line with a bungee cord. So this is my homemade bungee, just a normal. I think this is a 8 or 10 mil bungee cord, and then there's a line on it to stop it from stretching, and we tie our fishing line to it, and our fishing line that we use is a 70 kilo snook line that they use for snook fishing. It's quite a thick one. We also do have a thinner one. I think this is a 50, and then we have some lead. Also have some lead, which is a high shock absorbent. That's a 54 kilogram lead.
The one thing that amazes me is this. So this, what does this cost you in the fishing shop? What is this? What does this cost you in the fishing shop?
That's about 200, 250, maybe 300.
300 bucks, right? And then how much does a squiddy like this cost? Squiddy like this costs what, 30 bucks?
Yeah, so these ones, this was I think 50 bucks for 3.
For 3, hey?
And then your hooks are like 25 rand for 3.
Yeah, and that's in rand.
And then you get one of these full creams.
a
You take it
couple
lid,
later, and then you've got a popper.
take it lid and put a line through it, and you've got a popper.
Popper that catches marlin. It's the craziest thing, guys. So yeah, if you want a bit of a money saver,
60 bucks for
have
3.
some coffees, have some cereal,
60 rand.
plug
So
that
$3.
bad boy onto a squiddy, and then you've got a popper. You got it on. You don't have to pay so much. Although those ones are beautiful.
They
work
do
well.
work.
When you lose them, it's not the best feeling
Yeah.
anymore. Then you're like,
That's how we came up with. We lost that popper, and we only
Yeah.
have 3. So we lost one. I gave one to Matt for his birthday, and I've got one left. And we didn't want to use it until Brazil, because Brazil is good fishing. So I was thinking one evening, how can I get a popper? How can we make one? And I found these lids on the boat. And luckily we kept them. And hey, we've got loads of them now.
which we're keeping.
Yeah. Otherwise, we've got a variety of different squirts, a lot of pink and oranges, bright colors.
Pink,
weight.
Pink's where it works, eh? Pink is the one, from what I've seen, pink is the one that... And the red and white.
Red and white also works. One of these guys.
Same color as the Chapala, red and white works. Same as with the Rappies, red and white
Yeah.
working. Any hits we've had on the Rappies been red and white. That's it.
This one's got a bit of a weight in it. This one's
one's
also,
really nice,
they're
yeah.
all pre-built. You buy them like that. I can't remember if I've ever caught on them, but so far what's worked is this guy, this one.
Yeah. The rainbow?
I,
on the rainbow?
I might be
And
one of
green-
these,
The green and blue. These
one of
don't...
these.
Yeah.
And then this is for cloudy days. I think this would work well for cloudy day. Yeah.
I really like how this one swam. Like, I like this one. This one's from Nazi. That one...
And we caught on one of these.
Yeah.
And what's interesting about this one is this one had another bob in the back, so it's got a hook and another 3 bob, and then it had another one up to here. We cut it off to make something else. We'll show you now. But yeah, with the squids, we've tried different things. Currently, we've got a train out, and a train is basically it's just a bunch of them. Each one has got a hook, and there's a big popper. Oh, we did catch something, snapped a line. We had one of these big ones out, and something had snapped the whole line. It took the whole line. But yeah, this is a train that we set out.
You're still giving me goosebumps knowing that we've lost these
So
fish.
far, we've lost a popper on a train,
Yeah.
on the rod, big fish. We've lost.
The trains tend to get in big box.
Yeah.
Eh? Big box.
Then the one day I found the line back here all snapped up.
Yeah.
So something took it and it obviously ricocheted back. And then the other day, that bunch is there, the line just snapped. Something took it, big tuna or marlin or a whale or something took it, and the line just snapped. And we were standing here and it just snapped back into the ocean.
Yeah, crazy.
Something
eh?
big took it. But so far the pinks definitely work. And then the poppers.
And you've got to have gloves for the
hand line, For the hand line gloves, we've got another set of gloves there. And we just reel it in. When we pack it up, we've got our handrails that we just put on, and it's got a smooth surface, so you wind it up, and when you let it out, it flicks over the smooth edge. So really nice. Lost one of those overboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, there's
But
always going to
then-
be a bit of man, but that's fishing, eh?
Yeah. Knife setup, we've got, this is the best knife. It's a Master Chef
That's the best gun now. 100%.
from Spa. We bought quite a few things to get this one. And then once we're in the kitchen, this is pretty cheapy, $100. Cheapy to fillet the fish, and then we obviously have 2 filleting knives. We've got our scissors, we've got
That
the
really is the
pliers
most. Out of anything
with a little
tool
hook.
used, that is the tool
You
used.
can hook, you can hook the swivel with it to tighten your lines, and then I actually have another setup which are crimps. So you have your crimps and into your pliers and crimp your line. Yeah. Then hooks. We've got a variety of hooks. We've got these ones that I think like 25 bucks for free, 25 grand. And then we've got these ones, they don't rust. These are really nice. And then the other hook we have is this one here. It's a bit of a more heavy duty hook, that's why it's on this popper. He's ready for big Dorados. Or wahoo, whatever we want to get for the day. So yeah, that's what obviously tackle box and so on. Yeah, it's always good to have a tackle box. No, we've got a few. We've got this big crate over here as well that we keep stuff in, and then we've got this drawer back here that we keep everything in, that keeps everything nice and organized as well. But yeah, guys, so yeah, we just keep everything in this tub. Obviously we're on a boat for a couple of weeks, so the real metal places where you get rust stains from the hooks. We've got a basin. So okay, so guys, what we're using on the Rappy side, and what I found that works is these are working really well. So red and white, we're getting hits on them. The bigger red and white, we caught a Dorado on, or skipjack, and we're getting hits. This caught the Dorado, and on this we have a improvised hook. So we use the steel trace from the back of the squiddy, and Jan made us a double hook. So, but we still got to catch up this one with the double hook setup. The reason why we did that is the treble hooks, they chafe the body, and this one is bad. You've got another one somewhere that's wood. This one I think is this one. That's a wooden one. And I mean, it's been bitten by fish here, and then you can see that damage. See that wood. I want to replace that much. I'm going to replace this one to single, but these on this side we are yet to catch with. But I think when we get to more tropical waters like Brazil, I think definitely a tiger pattern is going to work, and it should work. It's just a matter of time. Deep swimmer is quite nice, quite a lot of line tension on that. But it is a nice lure because it's the one that does get a bit deeper, which you need. Because the fish obviously aren't always at the surface, but now with this warmer weather, we should expect a lot more fish on the surface. So that's what's been working. Guys, we're mainly running as well. This rod is just a Shimano XA's. I think it's a 3500, and it's just an Assassin flick stick. It's not really a deep sea setup, but it works fine for the skippies. It's more for smaller stuff, having fun. But obviously, if you're out in the water, you want some bigger rods and reels. So that's the one thing I do find with this reel, the smaller setup, is when I'm trying to retrieve compared to my bigger grinders, it's a bit slower, and you need that faster retrieve. You need that faster retrieve. Like the fish are big, they're fast, they're hungry, they want to chop. And then basically we've got the box of lures. Most of the other stuff we haven't used is another little squiddy setup. But I think that's for a bit of fun, the smaller fish around. Maybe the Dorado chasing the boat, you want to pop this in, and they'll chow that, hey? And I think that should work for the Dorado also. Yeah, definitely. Even this, if we definitely pop this one on that hook. And the one thing we carry on forgetting to do, every time we get the Dorado to the boat, normally they follow, they pack, right? And we need to be there with the flick stick, with that flick stick as they come to the boat, and then go on with the flick stick. So we're going to try to do that for you guys next time it happens, so we can get some of that action on. So we go through the gaff, obviously a gaff, ours is a short handle gaff. But that's okay, we don't judge here, we don't judge here by size. Normally we just pull the fish on board. No, we don't even, I think we've even stopped using it, because also a gaff makes a mess. If you could just put it in the bucket, it makes less mess, less blood. And that's pretty much it. And then, Chancho managed to get himself hooked. He's going to have his own Instagram page to follow his journey. He's actually taking us all the way over to the Atlantic. Does like journal. Born on 31st of May. 31st of May. 30th of May, actually. Same birthday as me. Coming out of his egg. Yeah, that's true, eh? He grows up so fast. Naughty little guy. He loves fish. He really likes every now and then we catch him with a bit of fish in the mouth. Then he stinks. He needs to sleep outside. Here's his bed. Even got a lighter for him so that we can put it on. Is he smoking now? He's did sailor smoking now, eh? Fisherman. Right guys, well that's it for our gear. We can only take so much in Atlantic crossing. The main thing is to get there and go do sailing work.
But I think we did quite alright with the amount of gear we managed to get on
Should
the boat.
we quickly show them how to retrieve one of the lines and then show them
Yeah,
the
let's do
train?
that. Let me grab the camera, we go straight into it.
Okay, so
Bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. Obviously it's a lot easier when it doesn't have a popper on, hey?
no, there's no poppers.
Has it got one? No. So it's a lot easier to bring in when there's no poppers, but you'll feel when there is poppers on, then, especially when it catches a swell, it's got a lot more tension.
That green Rapala.
Oh yeah, that green
with a big
Rapala.
spoon. Yeah. You constantly think there's a
That's got a lot of tension on it, eh? No, but righty, mate, we just got to check our check our squiddies here. Give them a talking to because there's been no bites today.
The rush hour is only after 4.
Only after 4.
Yeah, all the
Oh,
fish is
lekker.
at work at the moment.
Yeah.
They normally bite here in the afternoon.
Yeah. And I think Johnny got fired, so he wasn't listed today.
No.
He was going back home to his wife.